Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies. I'm a couple of minutes late, which is not like me, but I am here. Happy Wednesday for those of you who are listening on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. My name is Linda Terjesen. My company is LTLTE. It stands for Learn to Love to Exercise. And today I am here to talk about body image and also to talk about menopause. So as you are coming on, please let me know where in the world you are listening from. I am in Dana Point, Southern California. I love to know where my viewers are listening from. And I would also love to know if you are currently struggling with menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, any kind of menopause. So let me know. And again, today I'm talking about menopause and I am talking about body image. All right. So thank you all for joining. Again, let me know where you are listening from. Feel free, hit the thumbs up and give me some hearts as I get started. All right. So if you didn't see my post yesterday, I made a post in the group. I was actually featured in Woman's Day magazine yesterday, which was super exciting. And there was an article there. There were 5 women, including myself, and we talked about menopause and how we've overcome or are overcoming menopause and how it is not such a horrific experience. So if you have a horrific experience or a negative experience with menopause, I would love to know. I would love to make this interactive. So let me know what you are struggling with when it comes to menopause. I've been in menopause now a few years, and to be honest, it hasn't been that bad. But of course, with menopause, another thing that women struggle with is the whole body image, right? So we struggle with body image. What is body image? Body image is really a perception of our self. So it is something that we think about ourselves. It's our physical self, it's our thoughts, and it's our feelings resulting from that perception. And I would love to know if you're currently struggling with body image at all, because it is possible to grow older and to love your body as you are growing older. Okay, so body image, what happens sometimes is if we gain a few pounds, if we're gaining weight, if we're weighing on the scale a lot and we see a number that we don't want to see, we can get really hard on ourselves. And that's what happens with body image. We get really negative, we get hard on ourselves, and this is something women typically do. Do you agree that you get hard on yourself? I know that I do. If I do something wrong, then I typically am very hard on myself. We're usually our own worst enemy, right? Let me know if this resonates with you, okay? I want to make this interactive. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 5, where do you fall with your body image? Are you pretty happy with your body or are you unhappier with your body? And then the whole body image is also linked to 2 different things. It's linked to your self-esteem, which is how much you like yourself. And a lot of times we actually like ourselves pretty well. That's not as big of a problem with the self-esteem. Do you agree that you like yourself? I know I like myself, and the women that I work with, they typically don't struggle so much with actually liking themselves, but more where the struggle comes in is with self-image. And with self-image, what I mean, it's how you see yourself and how you look at yourself and how you think about yourself. And this is where women struggle more, is with self-image. And that, of course, is related to body image. Where do you feel that you would rate yourself on your self-image on a scale of 1 to 5? If you can let me know in the comments so we can make this interactive. How do you rate yourself with your body image, with your self-image, excuse me, on a scale of 1 to 5? So a lot of this body image, self-image, what happens is it's something that starts earlier on. Maybe in our childhood, maybe in our upbringing. A lot of times it's due to the people who we surround ourselves with. This can include our families, our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, their attitude, and how we grow up and how we feel and how people talk to us. All of that can have a lifelong effect on our body image. And we all have different experiences, of course, and our siblings can have a totally different experience than we can. All right. So with the body image, another thing is it's a mental representation, really, of how you see yourself. It's something that we create ourselves. And when you think about it, it's pretty silly, because why should we be so hard on ourselves? Why shouldn't we be happy with who we are, with what we're doing, being proud of our accomplishments, especially as entrepreneurs, instead of being so hard on ourselves? And what we tend to do also is with our body image is we focus on specific areas of the body. We can focus on our arms, we can focus on our thighs, on our belly especially. Let me know if you focus on your belly. This is the biggest thing that women focus on, is their belly. That's when women come to me, that's their biggest complaint, is I want to get rid of this belly fat. I want to get rid of the spare tire. I want to get rid of the muffin top, the love handle. Let me know what you call it, because everybody has a different name. I call it the muffin top, but everybody seems to have a different name for the belly fat they want to get rid of. And maybe we focus on our butt. Maybe we want to have a firmer butt, and maybe we want to have stronger legs and more muscle. But a lot of times we narrow in and we focus on typical areas of our body instead of practicing gratitude and saying, oh, I'm so thankful that I have two hands that can write and that can type and that can cook food. I'm so thankful that I have two arms that I can hug people and that I can carry my groceries. I'm so grateful that I have two legs that carry me, where I can go on walks in the woods or around my neighborhood or to visit a friend. We tend to not focusing on how grateful we are, but we take a lot of these things for granted. And mind you, it's not everyone that has two hands or two arms or two legs, or that can actually go out for a walk. There's a lot of times where people suffer, they have bad knees, they have bad hips, and they're not able to do everything that an other person can do. So be grateful for what you have. What are you going to practice today as far as your gratefulness with a body part that you have? Let me know in the comments what you intend to focus on positively about your body, because as well as focusing on a negative part that we want to improve, we also usually tend to say, okay, well, I have nice arms, or I have a nice neck, or something like that. One of my clients told me yesterday that she had a chicken neck and she didn't like her neck. So we all have something we don't like, but we also typically have something that we do like. And it could be something as little as, your smile or your eyes. It doesn't necessarily have to be a moving part like your hands or your arms. Of course, the eyes are moving parts as well. So I'd love to hear from you if you are in menopause, premenopause, perimenopause, postmenopause. What menopause are you in, and what do you specifically struggle with? So a big struggle when it comes to menopause for a lot of people is, of course, the weight gain. And this can happen when you start getting into the perimenopause, which is typically in your 40s. You may not have your period as much anymore, and you may experience some weight gain. If this has happened to you, I'd love to know, to see if I can help you out, because I'm a big believer in not living on a bunch of medications and not living on a bunch of supplements, taking what we need to take, but no more than what we actually need. Because a lot of times we tend to get hooked on different supplements and the doctor prescribes us different medications, and we stay on those way too long instead of practicing natural, going the natural way, natural approaches such as happy and healthy nutrition. So with menopause, I got into menopause when I was about 50 years old. And of course, that is when you lose your period, you get into menopause, you have hot flashes, you have night sweats, you have different things going on. I struggled specifically with hot flashes during the day, and then at night I would get the night sweats. But I found one supplement that helped me, and I'm taking a black cohosh, which is a natural herb, and that is really helpful for me to have less hot flashes. I still have some, but they're not that much, and they're not really that bad. I can live with it instead of dealing with prescription on estrogen and progesterone and stuff like that that I don't personally want to get into. And if you saw the article that I was featured in Women's Day magazine yesterday, there were 4 other ladies, and some are on hormone replacement therapy, and some are taking different supplements and maybe medications because that's what they need for their body. And of course, all of our bodies are different. Our bodies are going to continue to change as we get older, as well as our mind. Our mind will also continue to change as we get older. But what I tell my clients is always focus on how you feel. It's very important to focus on how you feel and not just focusing on the number on the scale, because that's what we tend to do. We can weigh ourselves. We don't like the number. We weigh ourselves again. I had a client that was weighing herself 10 times one morning. She weighed herself 10 times because she wanted to see how much the number changed, and she wasn't happy with the first number she saw. And I told her, stop that. Don't do that anymore. Weigh yourself one time and then get off. And you don't need to weigh yourself every single day, but instead focus on how you feel and focus on how your clothes are fitting you. If you are dropping weight, if you're losing 10 pounds, then you typically drop a body size, a clothing size, I mean. So when you drop a clothing size, then obviously you know you're losing weight, right? Let me know if this makes sense to you all, or if you have any questions about body image, about menopause as I talk through this, because I would love it to be interactive. But what really helps us is the nutritional changes instead of focusing on the meds and the supplements, because we are all probably going to experience some kind of symptoms during menopause. There are some that have lesser symptoms. They don't experience a lot of hot flashes or night sweats. They may not experience much of anything. So maybe they're lucky, but then there's others that experience a lot more. But what I look at is if you experience a lot of symptoms around menopause, how is your overall health? Are you on any medications? Because there are a lot of side effects with different medications. And are you at a healthy weight? Because if we drop our weight and we're at a healthy weight and we're eating healthy and we're exercising, all of that is going to help menopause and, of course, your body image. So focusing on how you can help yourself. And there are a lot of ways that we can do this to help ourselves, right? And in the end, our body is our machine. It has nothing to do with what someone else wants us to do and what somebody else wants us to weigh. It's about you, and it's about what you want. How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? What clothes do you want to fit into? Where are you comfortable with your body? Because it's about bringing peace to your body and about being happy with your body, about appreciating your body and not just being negative about the whole process. Because a lot of times with menopause is women tend to look at it so negatively and they don't realize that, hey, it's a way of living. It's something that we have to go through, and it can also have a lot of positivity. I read this article on amplifyyourvoice.com where 90% of women were unhappy with their body. 90%. That's a huge percentage. This was back in 2014, so it's a little while ago. But that was a huge percentage that were actually unhappy with their body. But then I read another study that talked about menopause, where it said 62% of women actually have a positive attitude about menopause. So I thought that was great to hear that 62% of women have a positive attitude about menopause. I do. I don't think it's all that bad. And I'm just happy that I'm here, that I'm living, that I'm able to go through it. As you're watching, please let me know, are you in any kind of menopause? And if you are, how are you feeling? If you're not, what are your concerns approaching menopause, perimenopause? What are your concerns for you and your body? What questions do you have for me? Let me know in the comments. And another article that I read about menopause was the majority of people actually said that there was no decrease in their quality of life. So although we may have a hot flash or we may have a night sweat, it's not something that's going to be all day constantly. We may have to take, a piece of paper and go like this, or fan ourselves, or whatever, open up the window, take off a layer of clothing. But it's really not that bad, in my opinion. It's something that we can live through. So when we get super unhappy with our bodies, and our body image, and we look at ourselves that, hey, I don't look like the way I look, I don't like the way I feel, and you have these negative thoughts about your body image, what typically happens then is all those negative thoughts will typically turn into unhealthy and negative relationships with food. And that's where the problem starts, where you start eating too much, or you start eating the wrong foods, or maybe you're not even eating at all. Maybe you're fasting. Maybe you're doing intermittent fasting. Maybe you're constantly dieting. Maybe you have some other type of eating disorder where you're purging or binging. But all of these things are unhealthy relationships with food, and that includes fasting. So it's really looking at, okay, how do I feel? How do I think about myself? And really questioning yourself with where you are. And like I mentioned earlier, practicing gratitude, practicing what you are happy about with your body. What do you appreciate? Do you have nice hands? Do you have nice nails? Do you have soft skin? Do you have strong legs? Are you strong in general? So focus on what you like about your body, and focusing on giving yourself positive thoughts throughout the day. Telling yourself, hey, I am strong, I am lean, I am quick, I have a lot of energy, I feel good today, I woke up and I feel good, and I'm able to accomplish a lot. And we all know that when we have a lot of energy, we're able to accomplish a lot more. We're a lot more productive, which is a great thing to have as entrepreneurs, because we typically have a lot of work to do. Am I right? So again, let me know any questions that you have that come up for you regarding menopause, regarding body image, or regarding self-esteem and the self-image, because there are a lot of things that can really affect us during the day and affect us during the week, and that can go on to messing with our relationships, with our careers, with our entrepreneurship, all of that. So it's super important to try to stay positive about our body image and about our self-image, so that we stay strong. Because all of the negative experiences that we've had that's affected us, that affects our relationships, it affects our careers, and it affects our overall quality of life. So with this, I think that was all I wanted to cover today. I want to talk the last few minutes about how I am different. I have the New Me Academy that I formed several years ago, and it's an online academy where I work mostly with middle-aged women. Some are in menopause, some are in postmenopause or perimenopause, or maybe they haven't even gotten there yet. But the way that I am different in what I do is I do not sell supplements and I do not promote supplements or medications. I am a certified nutritionist, so I focus on educating you on real food, because real food is what is going to be sustainable for life. And it's all about having a sustainable lifestyle. So that's how I'm different, and I'm relatable. When you are in a similar age group, I'm 52 and a half, then it's relatable coaching. And with me, you get a lot of accountability, you get a lot of support, so to help you stay on track, because that's what we need. And that's what my clients all tell me that they need, is they need that accountability. They need the support instead of just being left alone. They need somebody to bug them a little bit and to kick their butt, because we don't always kick our own butt enough. And I want to let you know that on the 14th of September, I'm going to be running a 30-day challenge. It is a paid challenge, and I have information about it in my free Facebook group, LTLTE Health and Fitness Group. I have put the link to the Facebook group in the description. So please join the Facebook group. You'll get information about my upcoming challenge. It starts on September the 14th, and it runs for 30 days. You're going to have exercises that you can do at home, so you don't have to worry about going out. There's going to be a community of like-minded ladies. It's for ladies only. There will be some basic meal plans, and there'll be nutritional guidance, and there'll also be some mindset activities. Because what we need overall in life in order to achieve our health goals and to sustain them is not just exercise, not just nutrition, but mostly it's the mindset. It all starts in the head. So that's where it's really important to focus on the mindset as well as your nutrition and as well as the exercise. Of course, stress, sleep, all of that is incorporated with your success on your health journey. So the challenge starts on the 14th of September. Again, there's a link in the description to my free Facebook group. So if you get in there, then you can see the link to my the challenge. And that's all I have for you today, ladies. So I hope this was helpful. I appreciate if you leave a comment, hit the thumbs up, give me some hearts, and let me know if this subject was helpful for you today about menopause, about body image. And if you have any questions at all, please write them in the comments. Feel free to friend me or reach out to me on your own if you'd like to do that as well, if you have something that you want to ask me privately. But that's all I have. So thank you very much for tuning in today. I appreciate you all being here, and I hope you all have a happy Wednesday, if it is Wednesday for you where you are located at. And have a beautiful day, and I will see you next week on the next live that I'm hosting. All right? Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye.